Exercises that will shift your state of mind. One, a tale of two pictures. 2, the power phrase. 3, what makes you happy? A tale of two pictures. Start by finding an unflattering picture of yourself. It can be a digital image on your smartphone or an old photo that you've stored in a shoebox. It could be from a time in your life when you were overweight, just pulled an all-nighter, were broke, lost a job, or you just looked like crap on the day the photo was taken. This picture is going to represent the version of you that is letting the villain control your life. Then I want you to create a list of the negative traits you associate with this version of yourself. For instance, I was fat, I was messing up at work, I'd just had my heart broken, I was really mad at my sister, I was focusing on all the things wrong in my life, I blamed others for my problems, and so on. The villain is constantly saying, we're not going to be able to pay the rent. Our career is not progressing. We're not financially successful. We'll never be rich. Why should we even get out of bed in the morning? That's the definition of someone living with a scarcity mindset and limited confidence. Now attach negative emotions to that unflattering picture of yourself. Were you angry, sad, depressed, embarrassed, ashamed, insecure, and so on? Then I want you to name that person. Maybe you name that person the nickname you hated as a kid, or make one up that you would never like, but whatever it is, make it an unflattering name. To complete it, find a picture of the happy you, the joyous you, the best you. It could be from a time where you felt great and you looked your best. It could be from a time when you were the shining hero or the top earner or just completely alive. Now describe in writing what attributes the hero version of you has. Is that person vibrant, powerful, energetic, wealthy, financially secure, a business owner, in control of his or her money, alive, passionate, enthusiastic, and strong? Does that person exercise regularly, eat right, and have an incredible relationship with his or her children? Does this version of you make a lot of money? Is he or she financially independent? Do others respect this person? Then I want you to name your heroic persona. Maybe you borrow a term from the digital world and call yourself John 4.0 or Mary 5.0. Next, create another avatar, only this time the hero version. What are your new limitless beliefs and newly adapted millionaire habits? What does this version of you stand for? What do you accept in your life now? What will you absolutely not accept? Who wants to be around this heroic avatar? This version of you is officially the new version of you. Just explain you, living at your full potential, no boundaries, no judgment, totally in control. Who is the real you when the hero is in charge? Realize this truth, the two versions of you aren't separate people. Each of us has the good wolf and the bad wolf living inside, the old you and the new you. The villain in control versus the hero in charge. I bring up the wolf analogy for a reason. This is your chance to decide which one you feed, since that's the one who will take ownership of your life. Next, put your two pictures side by side, along with the text descriptions of both underneath them. Use your phone to photograph these images so you have access to them anytime you want or need to see them. Memorize these two avatars, both visually and what they stand for. Don't just rely on the digital image. Place the two photos, or print out the one on your phone, on your refrigerator, in your drawer at work, or on your computer as your screensaver. Keep these images handy, because you are going to use them as your trigger whenever you need to require strength and whenever you need to summon your confidence. The power phrase. Here's another habit to change your state of mind and build your confidence instantly. Tony Robbins taught this exercise to me along with many other great lessons over 15 years ago, and it transformed my life. I have adopted my own version of this specific practice since then, but it was a lifesaver when I learned it. Over a decade ago, I had everything go sideways at once, or so it seemed. I had an accountant steal a lot of money from me that literally compromised my ability to stay in business. My biggest stream of income at the time stopped overnight, and this is just the short list. I was telling myself horrible things and digging up old, limiting beliefs. I started thinking, maybe I'm not smart enough to run a business at this level. Maybe I got lucky and my time is up. I was telling myself all these negative things, and it was destroying my confidence and feeding my inner villain. But I changed my state of mind, and I changed it completely, and the one thing that sparked that change was Tony's incantation and what I termed my personal power phrase. I started saying to myself, if I can get through this, I can get through anything. If I can get through this, I can get through anything. If I can get through this, I can get through anything. I said it repeatedly. I said it out loud as I would walk around the house or around the office. I said it walking to the gym in the morning and when I was on the treadmill. I said it louder and louder and with more conviction until my soul felt it. This simple little phrase empowered my life like I could have never imagined. It energized my cells. It got me into a state of mind where I felt I could handle anything. I stopped thinking about what could go wrong and focused on what could go right. It allowed me to kick the old villain to the curb when he was trying to move back into my life. No way was I letting that happen with my new power phrase. I felt the inner hero take over my soul. What power phrases can you create to help you with whatever it is you want to overcome or accomplish? What can you say to yourself anytime you feel the villain emerging to make you feel small and weak? What phrase can you say to get the inner hero back in charge? Maybe it's something similar to one of the phrases I use, nothing can stop me, I've been through way worse. Or it could be something like, I'll never give up because my family deserves the best me. Whatever it is, keep it active in your mind, ready to be implemented at a moment's notice. Once you find the power phrases that fit you, pick one and say it out loud over and over again in a private setting, walking in the woods or around the house by yourself or when driving your car alone. Don't just say it, but feel each word. Do it until you feel the energy in your body change, your state of mind shift, and the hero take control. This is you living at your full potential, no boundaries, no judgment, totally in control. Don't be embarrassed, no one is watching. Your state of mind and your confidence are vitally important to your next level of success, wealth, and joy. I've never met anyone who had limited confidence and still had massive success. On the contrary, all the billionaires, millionaires, happy, and successful people I've met not only had a vision of where they were going and an empowering story, but they also had the ability to manufacture confidence and change their state of mind on demand. That means they are letting their inner heroes run their lives rather than the scared, dream-stealing villains. Now you, too, possess the tools to create confidence when it's needed most. What makes you happy? Most of us let our desire for external things guide us. We think once we have that new house or that new job, then we'll be happy. But guess what? The excitement of external things fades. Have you ever thought, once I get a raise or to that next level of income, that is when the fun begins? Then it happens, and you spend accordingly, get some new stuff, upgrade your apartment, and think, I'm making more money so now I'm happy. But then a few months pass, and the additional income and what you bought no longer satisfies you. As much as I am an advocate for growing your wealth and your success through the right habits, no amount of money will make you happy unless you find internal satisfaction. But combine that with more money, and it's time for next level and real fulfillment. You see, the outside world can only give you temporary happiness. We all want that next level of income, the ideal weight, perfect health, a great lifestyle, more money, true love, intimacy, and passion. Imagine that we're sitting in a restaurant right now and I ask you this question, from the deepest part of you, what makes you happy? Would you have an answer? Do you know what it would be? I believe that's a hard question for all of us. And I think it is a difficult question because so many times we try and compare our definition of happiness to others. Just because someone else's definition of happiness is a sports car and a mansion, doesn't mean it has to be your definition. Honestly, if you were to ask me that question just 5 years ago, I probably would have fumbled to come up with an answer. Back then I don't think I was crystal clear on what happiness truly meant to me. It would be easy to say, being with my kids, and even though that is true, that was a default and not a truly thought out answer. But I want you to get crystal clear on what makes you truly happy. Take the time right now and think through or start writing down ideas about what makes your heart smile, your eyes brighter, and causes you to be alive with joy. What truly makes you happy? Come on, do this. Don't default to a few answers that have become your reflexive response. Think back to when you were a kid, or earlier in your life. When did you feel at peace? What lit you up? What made you smile? Is it spending time in the woods with your kids playing games and breathing fresh air? Is it going to a sporting event or going fishing? Do you like being by the ocean and feeling the sand between your toes? I personally love being in the woods. I relish big trees and a mountain stream. And it's probably because I grew up in upstate New York and my grandfather took me fishing a lot. He was such a great role model and someone I loved dearly. When I'm around nature, I'm truly happy. If I were to take an entire day and go out into the wilderness with big trees and a beautiful clear running stream, that would provide me with an inexplicable sense of happiness. When you learn to create happiness internally, those things become a byproduct of the happiness you are creating, which is the opposite of what most people think. Most people believe success, money, fast cars, and diamond rings come first and then happiness will materialize. That is completely false, and the source of so many people walking around depressed. Also, don't confuse happiness with goals. I still have materialistic goals, financial goals, and achievement goals. I'm not stopping my evolution. But I know the difference between goals and what makes me happy. I want to make sure you do too. The search for happiness starts by thinking through and defining the term as it applies to your current life. So try this: jot down things without overthinking them. Don't limit your list to things you do, but also include the thoughts that make you happy, blessings that you can be grateful for, and activities that bring you joy. Write, and write some more. Then look back at your list and circle 3 to 5 items that you feel strongly about, and those are typically your top ones.